Okay, let's just jump right into this explainer. We are tackling what is arguably the most stressful money dilemma out there. Do you pay off debt or do you build wealth? You know the feeling, right? Sitting there, staring at your balance sheet, totally anxious. You want to clear what you owe, absolutely. But you also know the clock is ticking, and you definitely don't want to miss out on compounding your money for the future. Seriously, if you've ever felt completely paralyzed by that tug of war between your monthly bills and the massive fear of missing out on investment growth, you are definitely not alone. It really begs the ultimate question. Should you aggressively pay off absolutely everything before putting a single dime into the market? Or should you start investing right now, even with that balance hanging over your head? Well, today we're going to break down the smart, mathematically proven way to do both at the exact same time. Part 1. The ultimate money dilemma. And really, why you don't have to choose just one. Moving on to Part 2, the smart priority system. Think of this as a three-step triage for your money. Okay, here is your foundational priority order. Step 1, build a 1 to 3 month emergency fund. Step 2, get the full employer 401k match. And Step 3, attack that high interest debt. Now, notice we intentionally start with a really small emergency fund, just 1 to 3 months of living expenses. Why? Well, picture this. You wake up, start your car to go to work, and boom, terrible grinding noise from your transmission. If you don't have a cash buffer sitting there, that surprise repair bill is going to force you right back onto a credit card, and you're right back in the debt cycle. So you have to build that shield first. Once that shield is in place, you move right to Step 2 and take a look at this massive 50 to 100% figure. That is your employer 401k match. Think about it. If your company offers a match and you just decide not to grab it, you're literally walking away from a 50 or 100% pay raise. I mean, it's free money. Snagging that full match is almost always a no-brainer, even if you're in debt, because you just can't find a guaranteed instant return like that anywhere else, period. All right, then we hit Step 3, aggressively attacking high-interest debt. We're talking anything above 7 to 10%, but especially, and I mean especially, toxic credit card debt that's sitting around 20% or higher. Look, credit card interest eats your wealth faster than a midnight snack craving. It really does. The guaranteed return you get from killing a 20% debt, it mathematically crushes anything you'd realistically make rolling the dice in the stock market. Put those high-interest fires out first. Part 3, low-interest debt strategy. Let's look at when the math actually favors investing. So once those high-interest fires are totally out, the playbook shifts. You don't treat lower interest debts, like a 4.5% mortgage or certain student loans, the same way you treat a credit card. Look at the comparison here. On one side, a 4.5% mortgage. On the other side, the historical stock market return, which averages around 7 to 10% a year over the long haul. The math is pretty clear, right? You can actually come out ahead by just making the minimum payments on the low interest debt and investing the extra cash. Your money simply grows at a faster rate than your debt accumulates interest. Now, when you're actually in the trenches paying down that remaining debt, you've got to pick a mental game plan. There are two heavyweights here. First, do you want the fastest math? That's the debt avalanche. It targets your highest interest rate first, saving you the most money overall. It is literally perfect for the spreadsheet nerds out there. Or maybe you need the quick psychological wins of the debt snowball. That one targets the smallest balance first, giving you that immediate, much-needed momentum. Honestly, either approach is totally valid. You just have to pick the one that keeps you motivated to actually stick with it. Part 4. Automating your financial plan. These are the practical steps to seamlessly do both. Okay, here is your rapid-fire checklist to build a system that practically runs on autopilot. First up, make minimum payments on everything. Gotta protect that credit score. Second, route any extra cash squarely at your high-interest debt. Third, consistently invest into low-cost index funds or ETFs. Next, and actually this is the real secret weapon here, automate it. Set up auto pay for your debt and auto invest for your brokerage every single time you get paid. It removes the human temptation entirely. Also, if you can, refinance high-rate debt. And finally, pick up a side hustle to pour some fuel on the fire and speed the whole thing up. If you are wondering how to practically balance that extra cash in the real world, check out this split strategy. Let's say you route 60% of your extra disposable cash toward paying off debt and the other 40% into investing. You can totally adjust those ratios as you go based on your life, but setting a hard split means you are actively killing debt and building wealth at the exact same time. You aren't putting your whole future on hold while stressing out about the past. Part 5. Progress beats perfection. This is all about building the mindset for financial success. Ultimately, mastering this whole balancing act is about realizing that taking consistent action is way, way more important than waiting for some perfect, magical, debt-free moment to begin. Look, financial perfection, total illusion. You do not need thousands in disposable income to start. Even putting just $50 a month into an index fund while you chip away at debt creates massive results. To put that into perspective, $50 a month invested at an 8% return over 30 years grows to over $70,000, and you only contributed $18,000 of that. Starting small is exactly how you get peace of mind today and that explosive compounding growth for tomorrow. So, here's my question for you. Take a hard look at your own numbers today. Where do you currently stand in this priority system? What is that one specific debt keeping you up at night, and are you finally ready to automate its destruction? Think about it, because the cost of waiting for the perfect moment is simply too high. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.